holding about 8 billion people down just because we are not looking. The more you look, the less you see. But we are here in this show to help you open your eyes and your mind. So the more you look, the more you see. Help us to share, help us to like. Hit the like button to counteract the algorithm they're using to block this information. Share to your people. So we want to get to tell you, show you that the so-called westernization, because we told you that westernization is not civilization. The Western globalist and Islamic globalist are the same. It's just two sides of the same coin. Western globalism, Islamic globalism. We will compare and show you how they are the same so that you don't get carried away. You understand, so that you understand where we're going. They use three major tools: military terror, ignorance, and fear. For the ignorance, they infiltrated the religious bodies. Yes, the religious institutions, because they know that people are religious. People love their God. So they infiltrated the religious institutions, took them over, on even Bible and Quran, everything, just to get the people very ignorant. And then they will use this message of fear. You go to HLEU. I don't want to call it so that they don't block us. That's why I see us trying to change the characters inside. Because they're the owner of the media. They are the owner of social media. They are the owner of everything, everywhere. They put fear in the people. The type of religion they will bring in Africa is one that will make you afraid. Oh, if you do this, you die. You go to wherever. And they don't want to go there. They are here building mansions. They say, no, don't worry. Wait until you payment. When you payment, that's when you go to your own mansion and go to heaven and receive your own kingdom and receive the good things that God promised you. But on this earth, you will receive suffering. We will compare it to you so that you understand. Western and Islamic globalism, two sides of the same coin. If you know, you know. If you don't know, please try and learn so that you will know. Let's compare what they did. The Western globalists are called the colonialists. They are part of slave trade. They pretend to be Christians and missionaries. Meanwhile, they are fake. They use that pretense to infiltrate the church. You see, Igbo land, for instance, was conquered with this fake Christianity, fake spirituality. Our people knew God before they came. Last week, we told you that Christianity was in Africa before these colonialists came. They saw people were embracing Christianity rather than let people alone. No, because they want to steal, kill, and destroy, like Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach, warned us in the Bible. He said the enemy is coming to steal, kill, and destroy you. Shine your eyes. They saw people were embracing the gospel. They came in, twisted it, infiltrated it, got themselves inside the system, twisted it around, and used it to conquer the people and to steal their resources. If you go to Anib, you see the churches there, but you see poverty also there.
Everywhere. Churches are associated with poverty.
Poverty, backwardness. The only thing that you see there is the little effort the people are making, because the people are hardworking people. But they are praising morning mass, afternoon mass, night mass, even saying mass for the dead. They pay so that they'll say mass for the dead. Inside markets, when they open shop, they are there saying mass where customers are coming. Then the Pentecostal Penterasters, when they saw what Rome and England did with Christianity, they too copied and brought their own kingdom to get our people down. Are we saying that Bible is evil? No, that's not what we're saying. Are we saying that Christianity, the gospel, is evil? That's not what we're saying. We are saying that they infiltrated it. The Western globalists infiltrated Christianity and used it to tie our people down. They use Christian barbarism, genocide, terrorism, all they use against our people. They use the establishment of false democracy to mark their conquest agenda.
Yep.
They say we are bringing democracy, but it's not democracy. Our people had democracy. Ndi Igbo had democracy before the colonial masters came. But they use it, marks it because of their hidden agenda. Let's compare them with the Islamic globalists. The Islamic globalists are called jihadists. They are also part of slave trade. They partner with these Western globalists. They are together. They pretend to be Muslims. They use their fake Islam to infiltrate your land and infiltrate these Islamic institutions. I'll give you an example. There was Islam in Hausa land before the Fulanis arrived. Yes, there was Islam. The Hausas were Muslims, even some part of Yoruba people were practicing Islam before the Fulani terrorists arrived. And what did they do? They conquered the people, promising them that they were going to give them a better Islam. They used Islamic barbarism, genocide, and terrorism, the same thing, compared to two of them. They used the establishment of Sharia law to max their conquest agenda. That's how they have Sharia law in 12 contiguous states in the northern part of Nigeria. They told the people that it will make them improve their moral value, that their leaders are corrupt, and they told you will make it to be better. Meanwhile, they are not part of it. They will cut off when poor people steal one kobo, they will cut off their arms. But when their politicians steal billions and billions, nobody is attacking them. My people, look at this whole thing so that you understand what is going on. Let's compare Nigeria and Mali, the jihad going on in these two places. Also Burkina Faso, Niger, the entire Sahel region. Open your eyes, follow the news, the one that they can say you can make these connections. We want to tell you that, okay, Nigeria, in Nigeria, we have over 350 ethnic nations. Our former colonial masters were Britain. 1960, they gave us fake independence. And we speak English, which is the colonial master's language. Mali, on the other hand, they have over 20 ethnic groups. Their former colonial master is French. 1960, they gave them fake independence also. And their language is what? French, the colonial master's language. We are comparing. You already know what is happening in Nigeria. We'll tell you what is happening in Mali so that you'll be comparing them. The story of Mali is a story of state failure and collapse. The colonial masters we are watching, pretending that there is democracy in Mali, while people are being destroyed. After the fall of Libya and after the civil war in Algeria, terrorists, Fulani jihadists, moved into Mali from the northern part of it, seized the territories in the north. Is it not sounding familiar? In Nigeria, coming in from the north, seizing the entire north. Till today, they are massacring and killing our people in up north. That's the same thing that happened in Mali. Northern Mali was conquered. Kidnapping, massacre, displacing the indigenous ethnic nations from their lands and renaming their lands. Is this not sounding familiar like what is happening in Middle Belt? Happening in Plateau, Southern Kaduna? Is the same process. Is the same process. These colonial masters, these Western globalists, working hand in hand with Islamic globalists, they are together in this project. So open your eyes. Open your eyes. When somebody is telling you, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, find out who they're working for. Find out whether they are true Christians and whether they are true Muslims, because they'll tell you Islam is a religion of peace. That's not our business. Our business is that these two institutions are being used to colonize our people and to kill our people and to destroy our people. Okay, I use the word YouTube on Facebook. Sorry, I use the word they say I should not use. I don't know how to be. Okay, yeah, to buy our people. Sometimes when you're saying these things, you don't even remember. And imagine operating in this type of tight place. Meanwhile, they are the ones doing the bio. If you not use the word, they block you. Now, why are you using it? What is going on? Also in Mali, they have coup, toppling of governments, just like what you have in Nigeria. They have multiple political party. Election, rigging of election. Please help me put it to the next slide. Rigging of election. Religion became the refuge for the people. They radicalized the Islamic youths. All this is Mali. We are telling you. We told you that we'll give you briefing on how what is happening in Mali. Hard drugs, cocaine trafficking, establishment of Sharia law, and Islamic barbarism.
Imagine that in the midst of hard drugs and cocaine using it. You will be
What
killing
a mix.
everybody.
What a mix. Is this not sounding like what you're hearing from northern Nigeria? Infrastructure decay, man-made poverty, joblessness, low wages, failed UN peacekeeping mission. Of course, it will always fail.
Fake UN peacekeeping mission.
Fake UN peacekeeping mission, just like in Afghanistan. Nigeria and American peacekeeping mission failed after 20 years because it's fake. It was never meant to work.
Nope.
It was supposed to be a facade. It was supposed to be like, let it be as if we are doing something. Why they allowed the terrorists to gain the ground and kill the people? Because they wanted the people dead anyway.
And left them billions of dollars in equipment after to continue the terrorism.
Yes. So fake, failed UN peace mission. It's not peace they are keeping. They are there to just be as if they're, like scarecrow, like be there, like, oh, let me be. 11,000 military. Of course, failed French military mission. It will always fail. Just like security is failing in Nigeria. Yes, they will buy all the ammunition, go to northern part of Nigeria. They will never catch one terrorist. And the people will be dying. When the people call them, they are coming for us tomorrow. They told us they are coming for us tomorrow. They will face left. When the people have finished doing what they want to do, they will appear and say, wait them. We know these things. Stop fooling our people. Stop fooling us. We know the truth. Security response and political remedies can never be the solution when you have a systemic and fundamental problem. For those that are running up and down looking for good leader in Nigeria, the problem is not good leadership. The problem is that the system is killed to kill the people, to destroy, to buy the people, and make sure they don't have a future in their life. They don't have their future in their hands, and they don't have their future. They are not able to monitor their future. That's what the problem is. They imposed the 1999 Constitution, imposed the system so that the people will never be author of their destiny. It is intentional. It is man-made. What is happening in Nigeria is not failure of leadership. Tell people, Obi, share this video to them. It's not failure of leadership. It's partnership between Western and Islamic globalists. People that are coming to steal, kill, and destroy. In Mali, the elites in Bamako. Bamako is the capital of Mali. They ignored what was going on. They thought it will never reach them. Just like the elites at Abuja and Lagos. You think you're safe. You think it will never reach you. You leave your villages and run to Abuja and stay there. You politicians, go to Lagos, build mansions and stay there. It will never come to us. Don't worry. It's turn by turn. It's coming. Let them finish killing, destroying the people in your villages. They will find you inside that city where you think yourself. The people in Mali thought the same way. Bamako is the capital. They thought they were in their comfort zone. We are giving reference to the African politics documentary. Java discovered that the ones that put this thing together. They said that why Mali failed was because they lacked coordinated, coherent strategy. The type they had in South Africa with Codesa and the type we have right now with NENAS. And we are telling our people there is a coordinated, coherent strategy on the table. It's just for us to use it. We don't need to go the way of Mali. We don't need to go the way of Sudan. We don't need to go the way of Somalia and all the places evil going on. We do not need to. We can fix this thing today. My sister tried to pull up something here. He said the greatest robbery in Nigeria took place 1999. You see the one that the Bible says comes to steal, kill, and destroy. It says, my name is 1999 Constitution, and I stole your freedom. The 1999 Constitution stole the freedom of our people, and you cannot restore it by bringing one leader or the other. You just have to take out the 1999 Constitution out of the way so that the people can decide how they want to live, can decide how they want to coexist, because we are aware that we are diverse. We have over 350 diverse nations in that territory. However, no one ethnic nation is superior to the other one. We are all equal, irrespective of our languages, irrespective of our color, the food we eat, whatever. We are equal and we are born equal. None should be supreme over the other. And as a result, we have to sit down and renegotiate this thing that we say we are building. Nina's interregnum. We have to break it down because this English is not our language. So I don't know how to pronounce it. This is the first time I'm hearing this word. I told people I'm in university with my professor is brother Tony. Yes, so when I saw it, I said inter what? Hey, we had to break it down. So it's interregnum. You see, we are learning. So please, Nina's interregnum. What does it mean? What is it? Where is it? In this thing that we are doing, this self-determination project, how does it fit in? We told you, don't go for 1999 presidential election because there will not be any meaningful outcome. So far, you're doing it under 1999 Constitution, which is the enemy's document. Enemy's document for enslavement. They will not allow you to have the type of outcome that you should have. But they pulled you along. The church people pulled you along, because I will blame the church for what happened to the people. They pulled you along. As a result, they got themselves into a logjam, because we told you 2 criminals, they are there like when you stab yourself on your foot. So they got themselves into a logjam because they are criminals and they don't want to do things. They lack the ability to do anything right. So far, you are swearing to uphold 1999 Constitution. You lack the ability to do anything right. We don't care who you are, whether you're Tinubu, you're Jagabano, you're P2P, you're whatever you are, Soludo. So far, you are swearing to uphold a criminal document that the people did not make, made by criminal enterprise. You're swearing to uphold it and keep it. You will never do anything right, and you lack the ability to be honest and to do anything right. So the 2023 presidential election is inconclusive as we speak. No matter how they lie to you, no matter what they're doing, it is inconclusive, and we don't even know when it will end. We don't even know when it will finish. We told you not to go. We say close shop, don't go there, there's no road there. No, you want to go, you put your head inside, pack them like a trap, rat that, that trap they use for rats in those days. Pack them, your head is inside, you don't tight your head there. That's what has happened to you. What is in place right now is unconstitutional president. Because you cannot be shifting goalpost. It's okay. Play ball. Then somebody's about to score. You carry the goalpost, move it to this side, move it to this side, move it to this side, and say it's right. You say that's the right thing. No, it's unconstitutional. Nobody does that. What you have is what you call stopgap government. That means caliphate is using Tinubu to hold the space. Why they are continuing? Because as they were playing all the game, they got themselves into no outlets. So they had to put somebody to hold space for them while they think of what to do. So he has no authority as he's there. It's only what they tell him to do that he will do. He is their puppet. And he will never do anything that will benefit the South or Middle Belt. That's why he wants to convert everybody to Almajiri. Oh yeah, come and take student loan. Student loan that he take. The person that didn't use loan to school doesn't have a job. Now you gotta put bese on your head. Come, there's no job. Then there's no fuel. I thought they say, what is that man? Dangote is building refinery. Now they're giving license to import it. What is this kalu business? What is this Indian kind? You know, this 419. But our people are the ones allowing it. Why? Because you're allowing your criminal politicians to lead you, and church people, criminal church people, to lead you astray. As a result of all this mago, the owners of the land, because after all said or done, somebody owns the land. Lagos belongs to Yoruba people. For those that keep saying Lagos is no man land, no, you are, because you're thinking of 1999 constitution, because of the lie they told you. Ndi Igbo. Lagos belongs to Yoruba people. You have your own land. You are indigenous to somewhere. So don't allow anybody to be deceiving you. Use your brain. Use your brain. Take your tongue and count your teeth. However, that does not mean that people should be killed and their properties destroyed. No. And that's why we're saying that in this project, there's asset and guarantee scheme that we use to protect our people's properties. We're only telling them to key in into what needs to be done. You will not lose your property. Just key in into what we are doing. You'll be receiving instruction on what to do. You receive guidance on what to do so that you don't fall casualty in what is ahead. So the owners of the land went ahead and declared what you call an interregnum. That is between two regimes. Like in those days when the king of a village dies, while we're waiting for another king to come up. So there's space where they are doing the burial of the king and this burial ceremony. And you see, why the king died, nobody is in place. We are doing burial for the dead king. So right now, we are doing burial for Nigeria. Nigeria has now, we are doing burial. That's what interregnum means. We are doing burial. After burial, they will not say, hey, what were we saying? What are we doing? So Nigeria has that pata. Right now, Nigeria is doing burial. What you have is interregnum. That's what the owners of the land have declared. It was declared on 12th June 2023 and published as an editorial on Wednesday, 14th June 2023 on Guardian newspaper, page 11. So those of you, look for that paper. I know it has passed. If you find it, keep it very well because it's evidence of what has happened and we are continuing. So we'll tell you that it's step by step. When we finish one, we do the next one. So this declaration now has delegitimized the imposed APC government because everything is about official. It's not about shouting, they are killing us, or give us referendum. No, you do things in a legal way, official way. So that's what it's done. Like my sister said, that newspaper was chosen because that is the paper diplomats all over the world that are serving in Nigeria read. And they will now use the information and they inform their government. This is how they do things. They will now form their government, their home countries. Okay, this is what has happened. The owners of land, they inform their home government so that those that are trying to do business with the dead Nigeria, we know that they are at their own risk. Anything they say, or you're for you, or you're for you, you're on your own. Anything you see, let Tinubu be inviting you to come and do investment in a dead zone, or you're for you, because the owners of the land have declared interregnum. So anything you're doing with Nigeria or the imposed APC government is at your own risk. They say at your own risk. It means that Tinubu's presidency is illicit. Because people that are not used to rule of law, they think that anything they do is okay. Yes, I'll wake up and do anything I feel like doing and it will be fine. Because you're so used to corruption. While some of you are so used to corruption and dishonesty, there are still some noble men and women that want to do things the right way, and we are proceeding. It's the same the way that this declaration of the legitimization of 1999 Constitution was done on the 16th December 2020. You see, we are following step by step everything. We're not shouting with anybody. We are not trying to break anybody's head, though. We are just doing what we're supposed to do step by step. As a result of that 16th December declaration, the indigenous peoples have the right to exercise their self-determination. They are not begging anybody. It is just do what you're supposed to do. especially now that the Governor El Rufai, body bag man, has confirmed on tape the Fulani conquest agenda that Ninas have been telling us about ever since. He has confirmed it on tape. They were mandated by Ahmadu Bello. For those that keep saying that 1966 coup, we told you that that coup was because the military intelligence, it was by military. They got military intelligence that the politician, Ahmadu Bello, was trying to impose this thing on the people. It would have come earlier than 1999. This the so-called Fulani conquest agenda. That coup, the aim of that coup was to delay or to stop this Fulani agenda. But because people were not ripe with information, military intelligence then got the military information. The public did not have the information. That's why you see this time around we are spending our time to educate our people. Because in the bias, you go see, if you are moving with an ignorant populace, if you do something for them, it will be as if you're working against them. So that's why we're spending time and money on enlightenment, educating our people so that we don't have ignorant population. At least let some population follow what is going on and they'll be able to defend what is going on. They will understand it. They won't think that they're working against them. Of course, Ahmadu Bello will remind you that he's the great grandson of Usman Dan Fodio, who is the vision bearer for Fulani Nation. These things are in the open for you to know. There are only two options: peaceful union reconfiguration or union dissolution. That's where it is now. Transition now is what you say. Then the indigenous people will say, let's quickly rush. What is the tax for the indigenous people? It's so simple. It's so easy. We told you that you can do it from anywhere you are if you just pay attention. Because you're going to follow Nina's template for self-determination. So you don't just be doing things anyhow. Anything that comes to your mind, you do. No. That's not it. It has to be coordinated. That's why Nina's is the one coordinating us, guiding us, so that everybody's action will be in the